Hi everyone, and welcome back to my video tutorials. Today our lesson is fraction as division. So we will only focus on two concepts. First, we're going to look at fractions as division, and the second one, division expressions as fractions. So you will see the relationship between these two, division as fraction and fraction as division. So let me show you an example. Divide the chocolate bars equally among the trays. So there are 2 chocolate bars and 5 trays. We need to find 2 divided by 5. Each chocolate bar is made up of 5 pieces of chocolates. So let's divide the chocolates among the trays by placing 1 piece on each tray until we have used up all of the pieces. So let's put them one by one. We have divided the 2 chocolate bars equally among the trays. So each tray contains 2/5 of a bar of chocolate. So 2 divided by 5 is equal to 2/5. So when dividing two whole numbers, it can be expressed as the dividend equal to the numerator and the divisor equal to the denominator. Let's take a look at again the example. 2/5 can be written as division and it can be written also as fraction. So let's see. We can express 2/5 as 2 divided by 5, and on the other hand, we can express 2 divided by 5 as 2 over 5 or 2/5. So fraction as division and division written as fraction. So let's take a look on the different examples to show you the pattern on how we can write fraction as division. So first, let's write 4 divided by 5. So 4 divided by 5 can be written as 4 as the numerator and 5 as the denominator. So again, the division symbol is the same as the fraction bar. Let's go to number 2. 1 divided by 3. So 1 divided by 3 can be written as 1 as the numerator and 3 as the denominator. Let's go to number 3. 3 divided by 4. So 3 divided by 4, it's also the same as 3 as the numerator and 4 as the denominator. So have you seen the pattern? So the dividend is the same as the numerator and the divisor is the same as the denominator. Now the question is, what if the dividend is greater than the divisor? Let us see the following examples. 8 divided by 3. So again, looking at the pattern in the previous examples, the dividend will go to the spot of the numerator. So we can write this in the numerator. So that is 8. And 3 will go to the denominator spot. So we can write it as 8 over 3. So you will notice that 8 over 3 is an improper fraction. And what do we do if it is an improper fraction? We divide the denominator by the numerator. So let's divide 8 by 3. How many groups of 3 can we get from 8? So we will be able to get 2 groups of 3. 2 times 3 is equals to 6. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. So the answer is 2 remainder 2. And we can write this as get the quotient. We have 2, get the remainder, which is 2, and then copy the denominator. So 8/3 is also the same as 2 and 2/3. Let's go to the second example. 5 divided by 2. So again, we can write this as 5 as the numerator and 2 as our denominator. 5 over 2. So again, this is an improper fraction. So we have to divide 5 by 2. So 5 divided by 2, you can divide it using the column method or you can divide it mentally. How many groups of 2 we will be able to get from 5? So we can get 2 because 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. So the answer is 2 remainder 1. So we can write 2 as our whole number and the remainder will be our numerator and the denominator will be the same, which is 2. Okay, so 5 divided by 2 is the same as 5 over 2 or 2 and 1/2. So now we're going to answer the activities in your student book. We will answer Let's Try It and Let's Practice page 161. First one, you're going to draw an arrow to show the dividend becomes the numerator and the divisor becomes the denominator. So as I've shown you in the previous example, we're just going to put an arrow to see the relationship between the dividend in the numerator and the divisor to the denominator. So let's go to letter B. So here we have 6 divided by 8. So 6 will go to the numerator and 8 will go to the denominator. And 6 over 8 can still be simplified. So by dividing this 6 over 8 by 2, 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3 and 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. So the lowest term of 6/8 is 3/4. Okay, but we are just going to put an arrow to the 6 and to 8. Then you have to answer letter C and letter D. Okay, now let's go to Let's Practice. Show the division of the whole numbers as fractions. Okay, let's start with letter A. 5 divided by 6. So 5 divided by 6, we will just simply write it as 5 as the numerator and 6 as the denominator. So it's already simplified, so no need for us to do anything. Okay? You're going to do the same with letter B. It's the same. Now for letter C, 3 divided by 12, we're going to write 3 as the numerator and 12 as the denominator. So since 3 is a multiple of 12, we have to divide both numerator and denominator by a common multiple. So we can divide 3 by 3 and we can divide 12 by 3. So 3 divided by 3 and 12 divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1 and 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Okay? Now let's go to letter E because letter C is the same as letter E. Okay? 14 divided by 6. So we can write 14 divided by 6 as 14 divided by 16, not 6. Okay, so we can write 14 over 16. 14 and 16 is still not simplified. So we can simplify it by finding the highest common factor that we can divide for 14 and 16. So what is the common factor that we can divide for both 14 and 16? So 14 and 16, we can divide it by 2. Okay, so 14 divided by 2, write your answer here. 16 divided by 2, write your answer here. And you got the lowest term. Okay, now let's go to letter D. Letter D, you will see that the dividend is greater than the divisor. So let's write 8 here over 3. So 8/3 is an improper fraction. So what are we going to do if it is an improper fraction? We will divide the numerator by the denominator. So 8 divided by 3 is how many? How many groups of 3 is there in 8? So we can get 2. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. And 8 minus 6 is 2. So we got 2, remainder 2. So we can write here the quotient, the remainder, and our denominator will be our denominator as well. Okay, so this letter D is the same with letter F. So you have to answer letter F. Now let's go to item number 2. It's the same as the example shown in the practice exercise in the student book. So you're just going to express the division sentence into fraction. So 12 divided by 7, we can write that as 12 over 7. And 12 over 7 is an improper fraction. So what you're going to do is you're going to divide 12 by 7. So how many groups of 7 is there in 12? We have 1. 1 times 7 is 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. So our answer is 1 remainder 5. So 1 will be our our whole number, and our remainder will be our numerator, and denominator will be the same. All right? Letter B, it's the same. We will express this division into fraction. So 10 divided by 3 is the same as 10 over 3. So again, it's an improper fraction. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide 10 by 3. How many groups of 3 is there in 10? So we will be able to get 3 groups of 3 from 10. So 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. So our quotient will be our whole number. Our remainder will be our numerator, and our denominator will be the same. Okay? Last one example. Letter C. So 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2, we can express that as 3 over 2. So again, it is an improper fraction. So we have to divide 3 by 2. How many groups of 2 is there in 3? We will be able to get 1. 1 times 2 is equal to 2. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So 1 is our whole number. Remainder will be our numerator. And of course, the denominator will be the same. Okay? Okay, so there is an exemption in question letter G, letter H, and letter I. So you will notice that there is another set of box after the first answer. Okay, so what does it mean? We have to simplify first the fraction and then get the mixed number. So let's start with letter G. So I'm going to erase this one first, and then we will get back to those questions. Okay, so let's start with letter G. 10 divided by 4, it means 10 over 4. So let's write 10 over 4. So 10 over 4 can be simplified because we can find a common factor for 4 and 10. What is it? What are the common factors of 10 and 4? So let's write here 10 and 4. What are the factors of 10? It means what are the numbers that we're going to multiply to get 10. So we have 1 times 10 and 2 times 5. Okay, now for 4, what are the factors of 4? 1 and 4, and 2 times 2. So in writing the factors, you have to write it in ascending order from smallest to greatest. So which of the numbers of the factors are the same? So we have 2 and 2. So it means we're going to divide 10 by 2 and 4 by 2. 10 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5 and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we will write here 5 over 2. Now, you're going to divide 5 by 2. Okay? Just have to write your answer here. This is 5 divided by 2. Please write your answer here. Change 5 over 2 into mixed number. Okay? Now, I will show you again how to solve number 12, letter H. Okay? So, that is 12 divided by 9. 12 divided by 9. So, again, this number can still be simplified. So, let's find the factors of 12 and 9 by listing down. Factors of 12, we have 1 and 12. We have 2 and 6. And we have 3 times 4. Okay? So, factors of 9, we have 1 times 9. And we have 3 times 3. Okay? So, we just have to write 1, 3. Okay, so let's circle the common factor. The common factor here is 3. So we have to divide 12 by 3 and 9 by 3. So 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. And 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. So that is 4/3. And then please find the improper fraction. It means you have to divide 4 by 3. Okay? Now let's go to letter I. So for letter I, we have 14 over 18, or 14 divided by 8. Not 18, 8, I mean. So 14 over 8. So let's find again the common factor of 14 and 8. Let's list down 14 and 8. So we have 1 times 14, and we have 2 times 7. What about for 8? We have 1 times 8, and we have 2 times 4. Okay, so what is the common factor here? So we have 2. So we have to divide 14 and 8 by 2. 14 divided by 2 and 8 divided by 2. So what's the answer? 14 divided by 2 is 7. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we can write here 7 over 4. Okay, then find the mixed number of 7 over 4. Okay? So that's it for today. If you have any question, please leave a comment below. See you all next week. Stay safe and have a nice day.